people lack a sense of curiosity. And I'm gonna fault myself here. I thought I was curious until I read your book. And then you took it to an entirely different level. So this is a really, really game-changing concept. You say, if you look at the arc of human progress throughout history, it's not that we have invented all these wonderful answers.
Yep.
No, it's that we actually asked different questions.
Yep.
And in asking the questions with that curiosity, we invented a new future. So what can we do to cultivate even more of this beautiful curiosity that gets us to ask questions instead of dogmatically defining limitations, like you're saying?
I think, there are a couple of very simple framework that actually our children, when they were young, we use the same framework. So every time you look at the possibilities of connecting the dots that have never been connected before, right? So, when our kids were young, instead of reading them the stories, we came up with this idea that I'm going to give them 3 or 4 things that are completely disconnected, and their job is to create a coherent story about connecting them together. So I would say there is a ocean, there is a monkey, and there is a sky and stars, and now you connect them, how these things are all connected. Now they have to use the creation of the things. How can the things that are seemingly disconnected can actually all be connected? Now, other framework that we really use was every time they come back and say, this can't be done, and we simply will stop them and say, okay, let's assume it could be done. What are the things that needs to happen for it to be done? That means imagine what are the things that have to be solved for this problem to be solved. Like you say, hey, we want to be able to live on the Mars. Great. Don't say we can't do that. Say, okay, what has to happen? Well, we have to be able to leave the Earth orbit. We have to be able to travel there a long distance. We have to be able to land when there is no atmosphere. Well, guess what? Once we start to break down what problems have to be solved, suddenly everything starts to look like, well, this is not difficult. This is not difficult. This is already solved, right? And then you start to break down the barriers of what is possible.
An awesome exercise. I would call it an experience. I can't wait to do with my kids and with myself.
Thank you for joining this episode of The CEO Show. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss upcoming episodes where I will do my level best to help you unlock greater success and freedom. And share this video. You and everything you do makes a difference.